Hey guys, it's Tahira, and it's been a few days since I posted because this was my second week of school. I had a lot of work, I never really got time to make a video. So now I'm just gonna make a bunch of videos over the weekend and just post them throughout the week or whenever I do want to post them. Today I'm doing actually a book haul, which is a video I haven't done in such a long time, and I'm actually doing my summer book haul. See, the thing is I don't get enough books during each month to make a video because I only get about 1 to 2 to 3 books a month, which is not enough to make a video, and the video would be like 2 minutes long. So I just decided I'm gonna make seasonal book hauls, so like a fall book haul, spring, summer, and winter, with all the books I accumulated over the past 3 months of the season, and that's just gonna be easier because I'll have more books to talk about and it'll just be more of a video than just like 2 books. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. The first 3 books I actually got from an Amazon order, so I got them at the same time, and those are Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab, The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, and When Dimple Met Rashid by Sandhya Menon. I've already read all those books, but for Our Dark Duet I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I talked about it, and I think I read it in June, and overall I really enjoyed it. I didn't like it as much as The Savage Song, but overall I really enjoyed this book. I think the story ended great. I love the ending and how the whole story just kind of came together in the end. Sorry, my camera's holder thing was just hanging around, so I'm pushing it. But yeah, let's just move on. I like this book, but not as much as The Savage Song, but overall I give it 5 stars, so I still enjoyed it a lot. For The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, I also give this 5 out of 5 stars. I love Becky Albertalli's writing so much. I read Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda fairly recently, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it so much, and I like Simon vs. way better than this, but overall I think the message of this book is great, and just the overall theme of this book I just highly enjoy. And lastly from that Amazon order was When Dimple Met Rashid by Sandhya Menon, and this book I gave 5 out of 5 stars as well. All these books, over the summer I've read a lot of great 5-star reads, which is great because either I'm getting easier on my rating for a book, or I'm just reading a lot of great books. I think it's the first one, I'm not sure, but overall I give this 5 out of 5 stars. It follows an Indian girl, which one of my favorite parts of this book was reading about an Indian main character, because it's the closest I've ever gotten to reading about someone like me, because I'm from Pakistan. Pakistan is where my family is. My mom and dad grew up there, and so this was the closest, because in some aspects Indian and Pakistanis are very similar in some aspects, so those aspects were very enjoyable to read about because I could relate at some level, so that's why I love this book so much. So the next book is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. Not read this book yet. I just got it I think August or July, and I am so excited to read this book. I think this was also an Owl Crate book, and Owl Crate also always has great reads. They always choose the best books, and that is one reason I love Owl Crate, though I don't have the money to get Owl Crate, but overall I always love what they have. Anyway, that's another tangent. But anyway, overall this book is about a girl named Eliza Merck, who is very shy in real life, but online she is a webcomic writer. I think some guy named Wallace comes and discovers her work, and then the word gets around that she is the author of the very popular web series, and that book follows them there. I'm not sure, someone please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the main character Eliza suffers from anxiety, and that is a prominent theme in this book, but overall I'm really excited to read it. So the next 2 books are also another Amazon order. Amazon order was A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. A Conjuring of Light is the 3rd book to the A Darker Shade of Magic series, which I'm really excited about because it came out in the past March, and I really wanted to read it, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet, and I just got it, and I'm really excited to read it. Even though this book is 700 pages long, it's gonna take me a while. I haven't read a big book in a while now, but overall I'm really excited to read this and see how the story comes together, because so far the story is absolutely fantastic. If you have not read this book, you have to. It's just fantastic. It's an adult fantasy, and it surrounds the idea of different London, an amazing series, and you all should go read it. The book from that Amazon order is the highly anticipated book of mine, The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. I have heard nothing but great things about this book. This was another Owl Crate book, and as I said, Owl Crate always chooses the best books for their subscription box, but overall this book is absolutely like such an anticipated release of mine. I'm so excited to read this. I've heard nothing but great reviews from everyone that has read this book, and it just sounds awesome. It's about a grand tour of Europe, and I haven't been to Europe yet, but I really want to. But this guy named Monty, he's best in love with the best friend named Percy, and they go on a grand tour of Europe, and it just sounds so cool, and I can't wait to read it. I went to Target, and I was not gonna get a book, but then I saw this book was $10.99 because Target has like fairly decent prices for books, but this is a paperback, and that is Looking for Alaska by John Green. I read Looking for Alaska before. It's one of my favorite John Green books. I think it's my favorite John Green book, like so far. I don't know about Turtles All the Way Down. I haven't read that yet because it's coming out soon, but I didn't own it. I got it from the library a few years ago, and I never got a copy, but I saw that this copy was like I'm reading the price, $9.99, so I had to get it because on Amazon it was more expensive than this, and I just had to get it, and I'm really excited to reread it because I haven't read it in a really long time. For some reason I feel like I'm talking really fast in this video. I'm gonna try to slow down. So the last two books on my list are when I went to Half Price Books a few days ago, and I just went there because I felt like it, and I hadn't been there in a long time. I hadn't been to like a physical bookstore in a while, and I just wanted to go, so my whole family went and we got books. So the first book I got from Half Price Books is The Girls by Emma Cline. The Girls I've heard a lot about. I heard it's about the Manson girls, and I don't know much about the Manson family. The only reason like I have heard of something about it is because Emma from Emma Books is obsessed with the Manson family, and because she loves crime and psychological thrillers, and so she recommended this book. She did a review for it, and I became interested because I've never read anything about the Manson family, and this sounds like a really interesting cult, I guess, or family group. So I'm really excited to read this and see what it's like. And the last book of this summer book haul, and the last book I got from Half Price Books, is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. The Last Magician, I think this is the August Proustopia Book Club chosen book for the month, and it surrounds the time travel, which I'm so excited about because I haven't read a fantasy in such a long time. I've been reading like contemporary all summer because I always want to read contemporary during the summer, but I'm ready to get back into fantasy like full-fledged, so I really am excited for this book. I don't know much about this book. I'm gonna not like read the synopsis or explain what the summary is about because I don't want to ruin anything, and I don't want to ruin the summary and say like make a really bad summary of it, so I'm just not gonna. But overall, I'm really excited for this book, and I'm ready to dive back into fantasy, which is my favorite genre. So that is it for my summer book haul. Let me know down below what is a book that you got during the summer that you're really excited to read or have read. But that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!